Hey guys, it's Rachel and welcome back to the video, and this week I am doing the superhero team challenge. If you guys haven't seen the video yet, DrawWithJazza did this challenge on his own channel using his own app, and that's what I'm going to be using today, and that's where I got the inspiration for this video. Quick side note, I accidentally deleted the clips where I was sketching out the characters and using the app in the video, so sorry about that. So we're going to skip right to the actual final piece after I show you guys the sketches of the characters and explain them. So let's do that. Another quick note is I'm not going to be able to remember exactly what each of these characters was, but this one is a ring-shaped head, 50s pompadour, big smile, and a limp eye, and that's how the character turned out, and I decided to give him the power of sound because of his guitar. Alright, the next one I can only remember 3 attributes, but it's piercing eyes, rectangle head, and a cat nose, but that's all I can remember, and I decided to give him ice powers because I thought it went well with this character. Next one is a character that has good fashion, like handsome features, missing an arm, and sunglasses. Next one has tiny dinosaur arms, silver hair, and a silver dress and a bikini bottom. It's kind of weird. And then this one is my favorite, which is a girl with pink short hair, a gas mask that covers her face, a brown dress, and swollen knees. Alright, now that I've explained the characters, let's go ahead and start the final piece. Alright, so I probably should have told you guys before I started doing the speed art, but if you've never used the DrawWithJazza app or haven't seen some of the challenges on my channel, then you probably don't know what the DrawWithJazza app is. Basically, at least for some of the challenges, it gives you a random generation of a character or a place that you want, and you have to draw it, and it could be completely weird, which is these characters, because these characters are completely made up and they're super random. So that's why it's a very odd team, and that's what the challenge was supposed to be, using these hard characters to make them work, I guess, together, and giving them a superpower to sort of go along with their characteristics. That aside, I started to do the line art, the basic line art on the bottom, and I know you guys really like to see the line art, so I'm trying to incorporate that into my videos more instead of just skipping right to the coloring. But I decided to put the pink-haired girl in the middle. That she looked the most powerful and just the coolest in general, so I decided to put her in the middle. I also really like the guy on the right of her. I think he turned out really good, and his character, it's not super weird. Basically, the only thing that looks odd about him is he doesn't have a right arm. Another thing about this drawing is the girl on the left, the silver-haired girl. She's just not the best looking character. I wasn't really able to draw her very well, because one of the characteristics, I don't know if I said this earlier, but was to have a skinnier head, and I tried to do that. And as you guys may know, I draw square heads all the time. It's just my art style, so drawing anything but a square head is really hard for me, but that's the point. It's a challenge. So all the heads that weren't square were a little bit harder to do. So now I'm starting to color, but before I started to color, I went in with the 005 Prismacolor liner and put in some extra details, especially around the hair, if there was a beard, maybe some dots, and especially on the pink-haired girl, she had a lot of scratches and patches that I decided to add some details with, and it turned out really good. I don't usually do that with the 005 fine liner. I don't know, I've just never tried it, but I think I might do it more often because I thought it turned out really, really good. Another thing I was trying to do with these characters is add some more depth to their hair, because I don't usually do that a lot. I don't usually go in with a highlighter. So the pink-haired girl, you can't see it very much, but the guy to the right of her, you'll be able to see that later in the coloring. But I went in first with a highlighter, then put a little bit darker shade of brown around it, and then went with an even darker shade towards the roots of his hair, and it turned out really, really cool. So now I'm coloring in the pink-haired girl's dress. I probably should have came up with names for these characters. If you guys have ideas for these superheroes' names, leave them. Another thing I wanted to do was mess around with the lighting from the fire coming from the girl in the middle. So I don't do this a lot because I tend to forget it. It's like put highlights coming from like light objects, like let's say there's a flashlight or fire or something that emits light. So I went in with a orange marker and added little highlights around the characters where the light from the fire would show up. So I started off on the pink-haired girl and eventually put it on the other characters also. So as you guys saw, I went ahead and added the highlighter on the guy's hair, and it turned out really well. Now I'm starting the punky dude, I guess. This was probably the second hardest character to draw because of his head shape, but I thought it turned out better than the girl on the far left, the farthest girl on the left. And probably what made this character hard was, of course, the head shape, but also I tried to add a guitar, and I don't really draw guitars very often, so it didn't turn out the best. A quick tip while I'm coloring in these other two characters is after you do your normal fine liner, go ahead and take like a slightly thicker liner and just go around your characters and make the lines on the outside thicker and not the lines on the inside. It'll just like add depth to your characters and it'll just make them look bolder and better, I guess. Now I'm coloring in the final character, and a quick note is I'm sorry that this video got up a little bit late. This drawing took a long time to color in and add in all the details. So we're almost done with this art piece. I think it actually turned out really good. I like how all the detail went into it, and I like the lighting effect that came from the fire. So here is the final product. I hope you guys like it. If you guys did enjoy this challenge and you like the drawing, make sure you leave a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below letting me know the names of these characters and what you guys want to see more of on my channel. And don't forget to subscribe for more awesome weekly videos, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!